Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today's beer is from a brewery I particularly like, that is Kyoto Brewing Company, and it's one of their seasonal series beers. It's called Kyoto Brewing Haru no Kimagure 2023. Briefly, Kyoto Brewing was started in 2015 by three foreign residents of the city, and those three were an American, a Welshman, and a Canadian. And they met when they were working on the Japan exchange teaching program in northern Japan, and remained friends. And one of them moved to Kyoto and began homebrewing. And I met him when he was a home brewer, and we used to meet with other friends and sample his homebrew, and he became very good very quickly. And the three of them got back together and decided they were going to open a brewery. One man worked on an MBA, and his thesis was a business plan for a brewery. And this turned into the business plan for Kyoto Brewing Company. In this case, they started in 2015 and very quickly became well known, and they were named Rate Beer's Best New Brewery of the Year for that year. And a few years later, they were rated the best brewery in Japan by ratebeer.com. They make lots of different types of beers, and they have many series, including the Kimagure series, which we will look at today. And they have a tap room in Kyoto, and it is in the Minami district, southern south district, not too far from Kyoto Station actually. And it's open on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the afternoons and early evening. So you can sample a variety of their beers there. They're widely distributed around Japan, though, and you can find them now in lots of different places, department store, liquor shops, and places like Seijo Ishii stores, etc. So a really, really fine brewery. All right, well, let's look at today's beer, which is this one. It's called Ake no Kimagure 2023. It's an IPA, and this Kimagure series tends to be mostly IPAs. So one comes out each season, and Kimagure they translate it as on a whim, so spring on a whim, and again, it's generally an IPA series. This one has only 2 ratings on Rate Beer when I checked, and the average was 3.75, so pretty high. Untapped, there were 33 ratings when I checked, and the average was 3.8, so almost the same. This is a 6%er, 47 international bittering units, and the malt bill is Golden Promise, which is a malt they tend to use quite a bit, Pilsner, and one called T50. The hop blend is Polaris, Centennial, Willamette, Cascade, and Talus. So a number of interesting hops in there. The Polaris is this relatively new, but from Germany, and it's a very high alpha acid hop. Willamette is a West Coast hop, like Cascade, but its parentage is British from Fuggles. So a good, interesting mix here. The yeast is American ale yeast. So let's give this one a go, shall we? I always like to try any of their series beers. They have 4 flagship beers as well, which you might see much more often. Okay. All right. It is very light, slightly hazy copper amber color with a half a finger of frothy white foam. Carbonation. Not readily apparent, very mild. Okay, oh my, okay. Yeah, so the nose is quite citrusy. not so much of a tropical note as some of the beers might have. So citrusy and kind of piney as well. Nice bit of citrus attack and a bit of pine resin as well in the taste. There's a clean sort of bitterness, not a messy one at all. It kind of just hits your tongue, hits its note, and stays there. I appreciate that. That is very, very pleasant. The bitterness stays on track through mid-palate and through to the finish. Kind of light, not really staying thickly on the tongue as some IPAs can. So this to me seems kind of like an old school IPA. Very generous in its fruitiness and pine notes as well. Yeah, very much, very, yeah. So they said they're trying to make a classic U.S. style IPA, and I think they probably got it just right on the nose. So, very pleasant. You may see this one if you go to a liquor shop, department store basement liquor shop, or even a supermarket. And do give it a try. Really, try anything by Kyoto Brewing, and I think you won't be disappointed. Once again, this one is called Kyoto Brewing Haru no Kimagure 2023, 6% and 47 IBUs. Please do subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. Tell me your impression of Kyoto Brewing, what you've had from them, and or if you have a question about them, please do ask. Okay, take care. Bye bye.